Hi, I'm Tom Scioli, author of Jack Kirby, The Epic Life of the King of Comics. I am Stan, a graphic biography of the legendary Stan Lee, and Jack Kirby's Star Warriors, The Adventures of Adam Star and the Solar Legion. I'm also the author of Witchman, a new superhero comic book, which recently had a successful Kickstarter campaign. So this is the mysterious skull ship of Brainiac. There'd been some reports of it showing up in a Walmart in Arizona. The headquarters to McFarlane Toys is in Arizona, but some people thought it was a hoax, a made up thing. But no, this is a real item. I found one, and if those reports were sort of viral marketing, then well done. It did kind of create a mystique around this. I've been loving the things that have been coming out of their superpowers line. You can get Wonder Woman's invisible jet. You can get an amazing supermobile. They have a cool Batwing. Just lots of cool like reinventions, sort of new retro stuff coming from that line. And I'm a big fan of Brainiac's skull ship. I loved that redesign of Brainiac from the 80s. It was a radical redesign of Brainiac, bringing him into the modern age, bringing him into the 80s, giving him sort of a Terminator exoskeleton look. And to me, that's my Brainiac. That's the Brainiac I know. And I've come to appreciate the green Brainiac that preceded that sort of the original Brainiac. But this is my Brainiac. And yeah, he flew around in this skull ship with tentacles. When I did the Superpowers comic book for DC, I couldn't wait to incorporate the Brainiac skull ship, and I couldn't wait to incorporate the Supermobile, and I couldn't wait to get those two vehicles to clash. And so, now here's this skull ship, and it looks pretty cool. Let's crack it open. The picture looks pretty cool on the back, and they have this sort of mystery figure here. As far as I know, there was no formal announcement. There certainly hasn't been a new 80s Brainiac reissue. They did do a traditional Brainiac for the Superpowers line. So hopefully there's a Terminator Brainiac on the way, because I would really like to have one of those. I never had one. I was looking into getting like an old one, and they're really pricey, and they're hard to find with both arms, because for the Brainiac, you would squeeze his arms to activate his power, and apparently the squeezing mechanism on the one arm would just break. So there's a lot of one-armed Brainiacs out there. So some various views of the box. Kind of reminds me of like a Sarlacc pit or something. So yeah, it's a couple different parts you have to put together. We already got the labels on here. Face looks pretty good through the plastic. Really nice detailing. I mean, look at this transparent hexagonal skull area, and that face is right on. The scale is pretty small. I mean, it was this giant spacecraft, but I get it. They're trying to make like a price point. They're trying to make these accessible for kids, not just collectors, and producible on a mass scale. And I gotta say, I do like the aesthetic of sort of mass produced toys, the simplification, the visual language of it. I'm much more of a fan of that stuff than these more articulated toy designs that McFarlane Toys kind of pioneered. I like this back to basics stuff. So yeah, here's the tentacles. I don't know if they're all, they look like are they identical? Let's see. They are numbered, right side, left side. So this one says L2 on the inside, and then here's the L2 connector. So really nice design. Oh, yeah, excellent design. Excellent design. The way these just snap right in there is super easy. R4, you just slide them right over, and they just snap right in there. Really, really nice design. Like, if you have to put this thing together yourself, it's nice that it's sort of a no-brainer. L4. L1. L3. So yeah, these tentacles are not identical. Each one's a little different. R2. R2 to R1. R2's predecessor. So there you go. Looks pretty cool. And yeah, the gimmickry on these McFarlane toys are just second to none. They come up with really cool. Some of them have multiple gimmicks in them, but yeah, this is pretty nice. It rolls across the floor and squirms. Like I said, I don't have a Brainiac figure. Darkseid might do the trick. Yeah, I mean, those issues about this being kind of small are exacerbated by Darkseid being, one of the larger figures in the Superpowers line. This is an original Darkseid. This is from the original 80s line. And just like in the comic, you want a showdown between Brainiac's skull ship and the Supermobile. They seem made to do battle with each other. So yeah, pretty cool toy. Keep them coming, McFarlane. And it is kind of fun, going to, Walmart or whatever and seeing some, cool new toy that should have been from your childhood just sort of show up unannounced. The Supermobile is pretty cool. In addition to having these fists that you turn with this knob, it's also got this, you press the Superman symbol and boom, there he is. And then it's got these little compartments you can stick up, prisoners in there, or maybe, some friends can ride along with Superman in there. Imagine if you woke up and saw this thing rolling at you. It's got a little peg for you to stand a figure on, with the hole in their foot. And you can pretend that this is sort of a smaller shuttle vehicle that emerges from the larger Brainiac skull ship. When a figure sits in it, it looks a little more to scale, a little closer. You can buy it a little more as Brainiac's skull ship when they're sitting down. When they're standing up, it looks like a flying cherry picker. I'm Tom Scioli, author of Jack Kirby, The Epic Life of the King of Comics. I Am Stan, a graphic biography of the legendary Stan Lee, and Jack Kirby's Star Warriors, The Adventures of Adam Star and the Solar Legion. I'm also the author of Witchman, a new superhero comic book which recently had a successful Kickstarter campaign. I'll see you next time.